So your first question is, what does Salesforce do?
Salesforce provides CRM software and cloud-based solution that help enterprise to connect better with their customers. It supports business to manage their customers' data and track their activities efficiently.
Perfect. So what are the Salesforce subsidiaries?
There are many Salesforce subsidiaries like Tableau, Pardot, Heroku, MuleSoft, Demandware, and Salesforce IQ.
Okay. So what is meant by an object in Salesforce?
Objects in Salesforce are used as data tables that are used to store information of an organization. You have two types of objects in Salesforce: custom object and standard object. Custom objects are created by users and standard objects are created by Salesforce.
Okay. So what is meant by an app in Salesforce?
An app in Salesforce is a container that holds various things such as logo, name, and a set of required tabs. It is also called a group of tabs that work together to prove the functionality that you are looking for. In Salesforce, you can customize app to match your requirements, or you can build new application by combining.
Okay. And do you know what types of app we can create in Salesforce?
We can create custom apps and console apps. So in custom apps, they are the apps used in every bit.
Okay. Which
Custom apps are used in business scenario, while console apps are used in business scenario to focus on solving client issue.
Okay, quite good. What are Salesforce standard fields?
Salesforce have 4 standard fields like owner, name, last modified by, and last one is created by.
Okay. Can you let me know what are audits field?
Audit fields are nothing but standard fields in Salesforce.
Okay. And which is the latest field you have worked in Salesforce?
Time is the latest field in Salesforce on which I have worked.
Okay, which you have worked
Yes,
on,
yes.
correct? Okay. And what are the default filters in Salesforce?
Date filters are the default filter in Salesforce.
Yeah, you are. And you know what are the issues can you tell me what are the issues you faced in joined reports?
Yes, the main issue that faced during joint reports are that we cannot export them.
Okay. And what are the types of reports that you have in Salesforce?
There are 4 types of reports in Salesforce like Tableau report, matrix report, joint reports, and summary reports.
Okay. As you told me earlier, what are audit fields? So can you tell me now what is an audit trail?
Audit trail in Salesforce is a unique feature that help in tracking the changes that have been made in an organization or you and other administrators. It will be helpful for an organization with more administrators. The audit trail shows you the information of 20 most recent changes that made in your organization.
Okay. And what are the benefits of using Salesforce CRM?
There are many benefits of using Salesforce CRM like improved organization understanding, it enhance communication. Also, we can understand the customer better and can facilitate better services. Salesforce automates repeated rule-based tasks, and it improved analysis and dashboard to analyze the data. We can reduction in cost and cycle time also.
Okay. And now I have two questions like what is a profile and can you create two users with the same profile?
In Salesforce, profile is defined as collection of rules and procedures a person need to follow to access particular record. There are multiple profiles available in Salesforce. For example, a sales profile can have access to leads, opportunity, contacts, campaign, etc. As far as second question is considered, the answer would be yes. The person who work in one department have the same profile, so the person who work under the particular department would be assigned with the same profiles. As far as we have seen in sales profile, we many people work under it, and every person who work under is assigned as same profiles. Hence, the number of people can have same
Okay.
profiles.
As you know quite well about profile, so can you tell me the difference between a role and a profile?
Sure. Role in Salesforce is meant to increase the data visibility to a particular user. It can be done through sharing rules or by building a role hierarchy. Using roles, you can control the access and account. If you talk about profile, unlike the role, profile is mandatory for role. It stays as an object level. It is treated as a building pillar for an organization.
Okay. And how many relationship do we have in Salesforce?
We have three types of relationship in Salesforce, like master detail relationship, lookup relationship, and external lookup.
Okay. Can you elaborate the master detail relationship?
Master detail relationship is the same as the relationship between parent and child. In this aspect, the master is treated as parent and the detail is treated as a child. So the master object take control of the behavior of the detail object. The survival of the child is dependent upon the parent, because if the master get deleted, the detail will also automatically get deleted. So that's all about master detail relationship.
Okay. So, and with the continuation of master detail relationship, can you explain me what is lookup relationship and external lookup?
Sure. If you talk about lookup relationship, in the relationship between two objects is called lookup relationship, and lookup relationship connect two object links together, so they can look up from related items to other items. It can be one to one or one to many. And if we talk about external lookup, the external lookup relationship is used to connect the child object to the parent object. The child object may be either a custom, standard, or external object. It uses to identify the correct map of the child object with the parent external object. The external lookup relationship values fields are matched against the external ID values.
Okay. And what is self relationship?
Self relationship, it is a personal lookup to the same object. The self relationship creates a tree diagram of the object. Let's take an example of object merchandise. In this, we can create relationship merchandise between two accounts. This is
Okay, quite good. And what is the workflow in Salesforce?
workflow is an excellent way to automate a specific business process in Salesforce. To do this, you are required to define certain rules and regulation to automate such tasks as sending an email, updating a field, or creating a task. We can have access to workflow across the object. It is not possible to query from the database.
Okay. And what do you mean by transfer record in profile?
Transfer record is a type of function used to grant permission. If a user has permission to share a record with other, then he can share the record that have read-only access.
Okay. And what is SOAP?
The protocol that defines a uniform way of passing XML encoded data. SOAP stands for Simple Object Access Protocol in Salesforce.
Okay. And what is the time trigger?
The computer system executes one or more tasks according to the set of rules and scheduled tasks. So according to time, this is called time trigger.
Okay. In continuation of the previous question, the next question is what is trigger in Salesforce?
The trigger is defined as an apex code that executes before or after of the following functions such as insert, update, delete, etc. Trigger enable to perform custom actions before or after modifications to the record of Salesforce.
Okay. And in your answer, you mentioned actions. So what are the actions in the workflow?
There are many actions in workflow like field update, task, outbound message, and email alert.
Okay. And what are the main things that we need to consider in the master detail relationship?
Record level access is determined by the parent. Mandatory on the child for reference of the parent. Cascade delete. If you delete the parent, it can delete. It can cascade delete the child also. So this is the main thing we have to consider in the master
Okay.
detail relationship.
Is the roll-up summary field is only possible in the master detail relationship?
Yes, it is possible in a master detail relationship.
Okay. And then how many master detail relationship field can we create? Can be created in an object?
We can create maximum 2 master detail relationship fields in an object.
Okay, if you know this, then can you tell me how many lookup relationship fields can we create in an object?
Maximum 40 lookup relationship fields can be created in an object.
Are you sure?
Yes, I am sure.
Okay. And what if we delete parent record in a master detail relationship? Then what happened to the child?
If we delete the parent record in master detail relationship, the child record also get deleted.
Okay. And what does the undelete option?
It will restore the record with the data in the object.
Okay. And how many roll-up summary fields can we create in an object?
Up to 40 can be created. Before 2010 it was 10. After 2016 it was up to 40. And it will change according to the Salesforce updates.
Okay. And if we reparent in an object, will the parent update?
Yes, the parent will update the object.
Okay. And how to look up at the user license information in Salesforce or organization?
To look up license available in Salesforce org, firstly we have to log into our Salesforce org. After that we have to click on setup icon, and from there we have to go to administer, then company profile, then company information. There we can find available licenses.
Okay. And can we delete a user in Salesforce? Do you think?
No, we can't delete the user in Salesforce, but we can deactivate them.
Okay. Okay, but cannot delete.
Yes,
Right?
yes.
Okay. And can we change the license when we create a profile?
No, we can't change the license when we are creating the profiles.
Okay. Can you tell me object relationship overview?
Mm, it creates a link between a custom object and the standard object recorded in related list. This is helpful to find up product defects.
Okay. And how to create many-to-many relationship in Salesforce?
Mm, yeah, creating a many-to-many relationship between two objects in Salesforce using many-to-many relationship, you can connect each record of an object to be linked with the multiple records to the other object and vice versa. So the junction object help in connected to the two
Okay.
selected object.
And what are permission sets?
Permission set is a collection of settings and permissions and is used to extend the user function accessibility without the change in actual profiles. You can use permission set as a various type of users to extend the functionality access regardless of their roles. It is time taking task to create a profile. Instead of
Okay.
this, you can easily create a permission set.
Okay. And what is sharing rule?
If we want to give an access to other user, we use sharing rules.
Okay. And what are the default index field in Salesforce?
Default index fields are name, ID, owner fields, master detailed relationship fields, lookup fields, last modified dates, audit dates.
Okay. And what is the fiscal year in Salesforce?
The fiscal year is known as the starting and ending date of the company's financial year. We have two type of financial year in Salesforce, which are standard financial year and custom financial year.
Okay. And can you list out some example of custom fields?
There are many custom fields available like pick list, currency, date, text, multi-type pick list, email, percent, number, phone, text area, lookup relationship, geolocation, checkbox, master detail relationship, and many more.
Okay. And what are the different ways to store various types of records in Salesforce?
There are many different ways to store, like attachments, Google Drive, chatter files, and libraries. So there are many more.
Okay. And what is the main difference between data table and page block table tags?
If we talk about page block, it defines inside the page block station or page block, and it is used to design visual page using style sheets. Uh, in page block, the required attribute is value, and in page block, it will automatically display column headers. If we talk about data table, there is no need to mention inside the page block station or page block. There is no required value, and the data will be displayed using custom style sheets, and we need to specify column headers explicitly.
Okay. As you know, data is important to us. So what can cause data loss in Salesforce?
There are many things that can cause data loss in Salesforce, like migrating to number, percent, and money from other data types. Uh, when we change the date and time, and migrating to multi-select pick list from any other type of accept pick list. Moving from checkbox, auto number, multi-select pick list to any other types, and changing text area to phone, URL, email, or text.